Hi, and welcome to Pardon the Integration, where we discuss top trends in the channel today. I'm your host, Katie Baboso from the Channel Company. HPE has quietly become the largest high-performance computing company in the world, with a particular focus on solutions that address the megatrends of edge, cloud, and data. Today, we'll discuss how the company is using GreenLake Cloud Services to stop AI and machine learning projects from failing, and what business opportunity this presents HPE channel partners. With me today is Jordan Nanos, machine learning architect at HPE. The way the podcast works is we have 3 topics with 3 minutes to talk about each. So let's get started. Jordan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Great to be here.
Great to have you. Let's go into our very first topic, AI strategy. So in your position at HPE, you're focused on data within storage and processing. So what does artificial intelligence and high-performance computing have to do with data?
Yeah, so a lot of organizations are exploring AI today, and that requires the use of high-performance computing. But really the reason why AI has become really popular is because data is driving new results, right? If AI is now the new space race, data is the fuel that's making it go.
Very well put. So what is the difference between HPC, high-performance computing, and AI? Because I think some people might find similarities there.
Yeah, so to us, HPC is really a way of describing how an infrastructure is built. AI is really just another HPC workload. So we've seen high-performance computing clusters be used for things like modeling and simulation in the past. And in those cases, you have a very small function or piece of software that generates a lot of data. You can imagine it's like an airplane wing being put into a virtual wind tunnel, effectively. You get a lot of data from that simulation. AI is effectively the same thing, but instead you're taking a lot of labeled examples, a lot of data, and generating the function instead, some approximation of how that data is being created. So both modeling and simulation and AI require high-performance compute. AI to us is just another HPC workload.
So with all of that in mind, how is HPE innovating around AI with HPE GreenLake?
So HPE GreenLake is, a bunch of end-to-end cloud services that make it easier for organizations to adopt AI at scale. We see that organizations are getting started with AI. They're worried about data processing and management, developing models, and then deploying models. All of these things get complex when you try to do it at scale. And HPC technologies are required to do AI at scale.
So you mentioned it, AI at scale, and that's what our next topic is going to be all about, innovating with AI at scale. So HPE is the largest HPC company in the world, and a lot of that is due to the very intelligent acquisitions that you've made in recent years of supercomputing companies like SGI and Cray. Most recently, you made an acquisition of Pachyderm. Why that specific company? And what are you hoping it brings to HPE? And what are all of these acquisitions bringing to HPE to help it grow into an end-to-end solution provider?
Yeah, so the big difference between the acquisition of SGI and Cray and companies like Pachyderm, though there's been other pure play software companies that we've acquired, is exactly that. The fact that we are now a software company that's not tied to hardware. So in the past, when providing HPC infrastructure, organizations got used to buying a turnkey solution. It's end-to-end hardware, software, and services. But the software was foundational. It was just about operating the cluster itself. Now that we have assets like the Ezmeral Data Fabric, Ezmeral Runtime Environment, our machine learning development environment, and with the addition of Pachyderm, an end-to-end service for data versioning and lineage, we think that we're solving challenges across all of the aspects of AI, from model development and deployment, all the way back to where data is being ingested and versioned and managed at scale. This is not possible when you're just selling the supercomputer itself. You need to do integration with lots of other systems using this software.
So what customer machine learning or AI projects would be an ideal candidate for HPE GreenLake?
Yeah, so definitely organizations that are under a lot of regulation turn to HPE GreenLake to modernize their existing data center footprint, which is where data sources exist today. Specifically, we see a lot of work around computer vision and natural language processing. These are the aspects of AI and machine learning that require some of the heaviest computational resources and the largest data sets. So just the biggest problems in the world. Computer vision, you think about things like autonomous driving cars, security with security cameras, natural language, we can think about chatbots or sentiment in market analysis for a financial services firm, document summarization. I mean, the list is very long of what you can do with the English language. So yeah, just the biggest problems in the world, computer vision, natural language, we're seeing those solved with HPE GreenLake, especially in highly regulated industries.
What flexibility does HPE's AI at scale strategy give to both customers and partners?
Yeah, so the big thing is really just about customization. Like, where exactly am I going to run this environment? What partner software tools do I need to bring in? What other, accelerator vendors or certain types of novel hardware do I need to include? For a long time, HPE has been saying the world will be hybrid, and we think today the world is hybrid. We need to combine edge locations, data centers, public cloud locations, co-location facilities, technology from all sorts of partners in the ecosystem. And we're really the only company with HPE GreenLake that's giving you an individual solution across hardware, software, and services tailor-made for AI in any of those hybrid locations.
So that's going to bring us into our third topic, executing real-world AI projects. And speaking of AI, asking the average person to explain what AI is, I think that they might picture some sort of futuristic, far-fetched, sentient sci-fi example. But there's AI projects being brought into reality every single day. Can you give me an example of how one of your customers are using HPE GreenLake Cloud Services for their AI projects?
Yeah, a lot of people think that AI is here to replace workers. And in reality, the initial use of AI that I've seen is all about augmentation, making people better at their jobs. So a specific example is with a healthcare provider, one that actually both does research and develops medical devices. In this case, the initial model that we worked on with them was for detecting regions of interest in medical images. So it's not making the diagnostic themselves, but the model is informing the healthcare professional to see things they may have overlooked or just remove a lot of the manual labeling tasks that are required to annotate, something in a chest x-ray or in a brain MRI that's done by hand today. And, specifically to talk about some of the complexity, this organization is deploying this model on over 100,000 devices worldwide in 140 countries with over 35 different hardware configurations being used. So complexity like performance and regulation, it all comes into play when you think about just one model in the healthcare space.
So when it comes to the business opportunity for the average partner, what is that opportunity here?
With GreenLake, we're really growing alongside our partners, right? A lot of organizations are still very early in their AI journey. Maybe they've operationalized one or two models, but when they think about transforming their business at scale and having data drive business decisions, the underlying infrastructure, the sort of technology that's needed to support that, is at a very large scale. For partners, it's about being prepared to start small and grow, right? A lot of customers need help with the day one installation and the day two operations of learning how the environment works. And once that initial hurdle is overcome, we've seen these things scale to 10x in 2 years in many, many cases. So yeah, it's really just, the business opportunity for AI starts small and it grows really quickly.
What can your partners look for when it comes to those opportunities in saying, we have HPE GreenLake and we have AI at scale to help with that? What are the opportunities they should look for in trying to solve customer problems and build those new business opportunities?
The biggest one I can say is just data that's trapped, right? Either it's in a highly regulated environment where people can't use the tools that they want to develop models. It's in low performance locations where, it's just kind of not feasible to get it out. It's just old and undocumented. People don't understand it. So, the starting point is a reconciliation of what sort of data sources you have, what you can take advantage of, and an additional understanding of what the feasible projects are. like I said, there's computer vision models and natural language models that are out there and proven as state of the art and easy to adopt. And then there's some projects that are really complex. And understanding the two of those really only comes from experience. So getting started small, building up experience, and focusing on making the most of existing data sources, I think, is the way to get started.
Jordan, that brings us to the end of our episode today. Thank you so much for joining me.
It was great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. And thank you at home for watching. But before we go, I do have my top 3 takeaways from today's discussion. 1. Data drives results for artificial intelligence and machine learning projects. So the better your data, the more successful your projects will be. 2. HPE GreenLake makes it easier for organizations to adopt AI at scale and complete more projects. And 3. HPE GreenLake can help organizations make better sense of their existing data in order to find new artificial intelligence and machine learning opportunities to take to market. Once again, thank you to Jordan, and thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Pardon the Integration. Once more for the Channel Company, I'm Katie Bavoso, and I'll see you next time.